And now, Rob on the Road, exploring Northern California.
Did you know there are 60,000 children in the state of California searching for a family, a place to call home?
That last family and youth panel was pretty powerful. What do you have planned for next?
These children in need are much more than numbers to Laura Heintz and have been her entire life.
I was born into a family with adopted children, and one in particular, my sister Leslie, and I shared a room, and she was significantly disabled, 8 years older, and I never knew anything different. And she is my sister.
Laura has come a long way since her childhood days of helping others. Today, the CEO of one of the largest nonprofit family services in Northern California, Stanford Sierra Youth Families. In 2019, Laura led the merger of Stanford Youth Solutions and Sierra Forever Families, bringing the complex needs of children, youth, and families in the community under one umbrella. Stanford Youth work to keep families together with therapy and resources for families in crisis. Sierra was a foster care and adoption agency. Laura says bringing the two together offers a broader continuum of services for any family unit, as well as the intentional removal of the word foster.
It's a resource.
That's right. So that's why we now call it a resource family, so that they can continue to be a resource to the family.
You do call it a resource
That's
family?
right.
Okay, great.
That's right. That they continue to support the birth family through reunification, or they'll support a family through an adoption process.
That's beautiful.
So when we connect and show love and actually open our hearts to the children, right, to these young people that we're serving, it allows them to open their hearts too. And there's a transformation that then occurs.
You do see miracles happen.
I do.
There are about 2,500 children hoping for that transformation in the Sacramento area alone. Ebony Chambers works with each client to make sure resources are available 24 hours a day.
And you're not just talking about the person that you're helping the life change, be it the child or the adult, but you're finding someone to walk along with them.
Right.
Who's walked in their shoes.
Right, who's walked in their shoes. Absolutely. And that's the biggest piece. From my own lived experience as a mom of four, my oldest that I adopted, she had a challenging time in her teenage years, and we had a team of support that was there to help walk alongside us. And that made me say, we have to make sure that this happens for every family. Every family needs someone, that they can have someone help them walk alongside and break that isolation.
And that came from your life experience.
Absolutely, yeah.
In each of these children's lives, both Laura and Ebony say success boils down to belonging. That's why Stanford Sierra Youth Families works to embolden each child in hopes of putting them on a path for a healthy, productive, and self-sufficient life.
You talk about the importance of the sense of belonging. Explain to me what you mean by a sense of belonging.
How I see it is that all of us, all human beings, have that need to have the deep connection, meaning that there's a space in your heart for me, and that person, and I'm just using us as an analogy, but that person knows there's a space in the heart for the other, that they kind of live within each other. Do you understand that?
For a minute then, imagine that person who is this source of belonging to you, and then imagine your life without them. That's what you're trying to prevent.
That's right.
Because without belonging comes isolation, and with isolation becomes a lot of danger.
A lot of tragedy.
At times.
A lot of tragedy with isolation. that sense of aloneness.
What matters most to you, Ebony?
What matters most to me is our community thriving, that for generations to come, there is an impact where we are more connected, we are supporting each other, and we're healthier.
And if there was something today that must be shared from you?
Something today that must be shared.
What is it? In any area? What do you need to say to feel like this time will help make a difference in your calling?
That when we as a community see a need, be it you're within your own family unit or extended family, that you step in and you ask for help, that you reach out and if there's a need, and you get connected so that you can be supported in ensuring that no child is left isolated and alone without connection.
And back to where this all began, in Laura's home, as a child with another child in need by her side. Laura sounds the call.
We really do need families to step up for emergency placements. And it may turn into a long-term, permanent placement, and it may turn into them being a resource family to reunify a child or support a child through a healing process. I believe just the heart connection will change a person.
Murphy Austin Adams Schoenfeld LLP, focusing on business law and commercial litigation, is proud to support Rob on the Road, Region Rising. More information available at murphyaustin.com.